there, folks. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad you could be here. In today's episode, we are going to be making the Supreme Pizza Sausage. That's right. We're going to be taking all of the main ingredients for the Supreme Pizza and turning them into a sausage. Should be pretty incredible. Now, I do want to start off by saying that this sausage is not as cut and dry as it seems. Matter of fact, I have gotten a lot of emails from some of you out there who have tried other pizza sausage recipes that you've seen on YouTube that have ended in complete disaster. Well, don't worry, because in this video, we're going to cover everything that you need to know so that you can successfully make the Supreme Pizza Sausage. And hopefully by the end of this video, you'll learn a thing or two about sausage making. And speaking of sausage making, a quick word from today's sponsor, The Sausage Maker. The Sausage Maker is a family-owned business that specializes in providing high-quality products to anyone who is interested in making high-quality sausages. They carry everything you need for your sausage making journey. Whether you're just getting started out and you need a grinder, stuffer, maybe some casings and some pre-mixed spice blends, or you're more advanced and you need salami starter cultures and a dry curing chamber, be sure to check out the Sausage Maker at sausagemaker.com. I'm going to put a link to their website in the description box below. Visit it every time you need to re-up on your sausage making supplies. And now for this week's product giveaway, the Sausage Maker is giving away a sausage making bundle. This is over $300 of sausage making supplies. Let me just kind of tell you what's in this bundle. You're going to get 29 32mm hog casings, 20 22mm sheep casings. Also included are 22mm collagen casings and summer sausage casings. I mean, the season is here, right? You're also going to get a sausage pricker, which comes in super handy, a set of 4 sausage stuffing horn cleaners. I use this literally every time I make sausage. You're also going to receive a butcher's twine dispenser with some butcher twine. Next up, you're going to get a summer sausage seasoning kit, a breakfast sausage seasoning kit, and a sweet Italian sausage seasoning kit so that you can get an opportunity to see what those are like. You're also going to get a high capacity scale. It looks a lot like this. This is what we use to weigh our meat. And then finally, you're going to get Stanley Mariansky's brand new book, 1001 Greatest Sausage Recipes, an incredible collection of recipes and great to add to any sausage maker's library. So how do you enter to win this giveaway? Well, for starters, you got to be a subscriber, so click that subscribe button and that notification bell. And while you're at it, give this video a thumbs up. Next, leave this video a comment and let me know what your sausage making experience looks like. How long have you been making sausage? What's your favorite sausage to make? What gives you the most trouble? And finally, and this is the most important thing, you've got to go in the description box and click the registration link. Fill out the form and that's going to automatically get you registered. In 1 week, one lucky winner will be chosen at random, and I hope that winner is you. Thank you, Sausage Maker, for sponsoring this video and for the amazing product giveaways. Let's make the Supreme Pizza Sausage. Are you ready to make the Supreme Pizza Sausage? We're going to start off with a little pork shoulder. This is the Boston butt. We've also got a little back fat. Now, what we're looking for here is a 70% lean and a 30% fat content in this sausage. And when it comes to processing your meat, you can process it however you want. If you have a big enough grinder, you can cut strips just like this. Number 32 grinder will take care of that, no problem. If you have a smaller grinder, or if you like the knife work, you can cut them up into small chunks. Not a big deal. I like to do both. As you can see, this is going to be a 100% pork sausage. If you'd like to mix it up and add some game meat or some beef, you can absolutely do that. Just remember, try to keep about a 30% fat content. The rest of the protein is your call. We're going to go ahead and process the protein the exact same way. Get it on a scale because we are weighing this out to 1 kilo. There we go. All right, we're going to go ahead and put this into the freezer so that it'll properly chill before we grind it. We want it under 34 degrees Fahrenheit. That is going to ensure your fat doesn't smear, so into the freezer it goes. And let's look at the spices. What we're going to be doing here is creating an Italian sausage as the base. And then you'll see how we jazz it up. We've got salt, we've got garlic powder, a little onion powder. All right, so far so good. A touch of black pepper, and then a little red pepper powder. If you've got Calabrian pepper, that'd be great. If not, paprika works. Some cayenne pepper for heat, some fennel for flavor, and then of course a smidge of red pepper flakes. You can find a recipe link in the description box below. And all of this is customizable. Make it how you want. Potato starch is the binder that we're going to be using. This is going to help keep our sausage super juicy. It's also going to allow us to add more liquid and keep everything nice and tight. If you have a different binder that you use, let's say non-fat dry milk
or whatever, use that binder, no problem there. Okay, that's our spices. Let's look at the rest of our ingredients. This is what's going to take our sausage to the next level, starting with onions. Now, I have slightly sauteed these onions. Those are absolutely perfect. We also have some button mushrooms, also slightly sauteed, red and yellow bell peppers, and then, of course, we have black olives, finely chopped. Those are the vegetables. Here are the meats. We're going to be adding some crispy bacon. This is going to bring an absolutely amazing flavor to this sausage. And let's not forget about our pepperoni that's been chopped up into tiny little pieces for even distribution, and those are the additional meats. Let's not forget about the fresh basil. This is finely chopped and ready to go in. It's going to be beautiful. Next up, a couple classic pizza ingredients: mozzarella cheese and pizza sauce. If you want your cheese in your pizza to be ooey and gooey, use fresh mozzarella cheese. If you want it to just be soft, use high-temp mozzarella cheese. The choice is yours. Now we've got our pizza sauce. And if you've tried to make pizza sausage before and it came out crumbly and just an overall disaster, this ingredient right here is your culprit, and let me demonstrate why. I'm going to pull out my pH meter by a pair of instruments, and we're going to take the pH of this pizza sauce. Remember, pizza sauce is mainly tomatoes, and tomatoes are very acidic. The pH of this sauce is 3.97, 3.98. That is a very acidic sauce, and if you add that to your sausage, it's going to denature the proteins in your meat. It's going to make it crumbly. We need to increase the pH. So we're going to do that by adding a little baking soda. We want the pH of the pizza sauce to be closer to the pH of the meat. That way it doesn't pose any problems. Let's take the pH one more time and see where we're at. The pH of fresh meat is between 5.6 and 5.8, and it looks like we are at 5.52, absolutely perfect. This ingredient will no longer affect the bond of your meat, and you'll now be able to produce an absolutely amazing pizza sausage. Let's take a little taste and see what it's like. All right. Full flavored without the acidity, and that's exactly what we're looking for. I'm getting all of those flavors from the pizza sauce minus the acidity. Absolutely perfect. Let's go ahead and take a look at the meat. By now, it should be properly frosty, and it is under 34 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the magic number when you are grinding and mixing. All right, now it's time to grind our meat, and I think I'm going to go with a 4.5 millimeter plate. It's a little finer than I normally like to go with. Usually, I'll do 6 millimeter, but you know what? The choice is yours. If you want to go 6, if you want to go 4.5, not a problem. And this just looks absolutely beautiful. Spaghetti-like strands. It is not greasy. It's very pebbly, and this is precisely what your grind should look like. If you do find your grind to be a little greasy, you might want to check to see whether or not you need to sharpen your grinder plate and your grinder knife. Absolutely important. All right. It's time to mix all of our ingredients together. We're going to be putting this into our KitchenAid stand mixer with the paddle attachment. Now, I am going to be putting this on speed 1, so this is the lowest setting, and we're going to start by adding our dry spices. The next ingredient, the pizza sauce, that's going to act as the liquid for this recipe. That's going to help soften everything up. Now, remember, this is neutralized pizza sauce, and I think we're adding something like 10%, but the recipe link in the description box below has all the details. You do want to make sure to get all that good pizza sauce in there. Very nice. And one by one, add the rest of your ingredients, saving the mozzarella cheese for last. All right, we have everything in there except the mozzarella cheese, and I just want to make sure that everything is properly sticky, and I can tell you right now, this is one sticky meat batter. I am loving the way this feels right here. Let's do the flip. Oh yeah, that's going to hang there all day long. Now it's time to add the mozzarella cheese. When I'm adding cheese to a recipe, I typically always add it at the very end of the recipe. And so now that it's nice and sticky, we can add our mozzarella cheese and really only mix for another 5 or 10 seconds just to incorporate all that cheese. All right, let's turn it back on. Just a quick little mix. And there we go. Our supreme pizza sausage mixture is finished, and it's now time to get this into a casing. And just look at this. It's not only festive and vibrant and loaded with all kinds of amazing ingredients, but it actually smells like a supreme pizza. And this batter is extremely sticky. That means the pizza sauce did not pose a problem with the meat. And so for those of you that had a horrible experience with your last pizza sausage, I invite you to give this recipe a go and leave me a comment when you do. We're using a 5-pound sausage stuffer for this sausage with a 3/4 inch horn. You'll see here in a second the casing that we're using, but all you want to do is make sure that you get that sausage meat stuffed into that hopper as tightly as you can. We want to try to minimize any air pockets. If you don't currently have a dedicated sausage stuffer and you're using like your grinder with a stuffing attachment or your KitchenAid with, the sausage attachments to it, it is very, very difficult to produce a high quality sausage. And so I invite you to take a peek at the description box. I'm going to put a link for this stuffer. It's super affordable, and it is a great investment in this craft, especially if you don't make very big batches or if you don't make sausage all that often. Let's go ahead and get that onto the base. And now let's look at the casing. We're going to be using 32 35mm hog casings from the sausage maker. I wanted to go a little bigger, a little more plump with this sausage, but honestly, you could use whatever size casing you want. I wouldn't probably go a whole lot bigger than 32, 35, but you know what? The choice is yours. Or heck, if you want to skip the casing and turn this into a Supreme Pizza burger, go for it. These casings have been flushed, rinsed. They've been soaking overnight in the refrigerator, and there is just a little baking soda inside that water. If you know, you know. Let's go ahead and put that Supreme Pizza sausage into its casing. What a beautiful sausage. Check out that color. And this tool that I'm using right here is called a sausage stuffing horn cleaner. Absolutely amazing tool. I'll put a link in the description box below. And now we have to make decisions. What do we want to do here? But first of all, look at that basil. Look at that cheese, red pepper flakes. Oh yeah. This is going to be an interesting sausage. Okay, do we link it? Do we keep it as a coil? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and link this sausage, and we're going to do probably, 6-inch links. Notice I pinch the end first. Right? Pinching the end first ensures that you're not going to have casing blowout. So I've pinched it all the way to where my fingers touch each other, and now I'm going to twist it 3 times forward. All right, there we go. Big, fat, plump looking sausage. There's my link. Now I'm going to do another one. Watch this. I'm going to pinch it first. There you go. Now I'm going to twist it 3 times towards me. If you can't pinch it, that means your sausage is stuffed too tightly, and more than likely it's going to explode when you try to link it. All right. You're going to alternate the way you link, forwards 3 times, backwards 3 times. And now all we need to do is give this a little prick. So what I want to do is I want to remove any little air pockets, and I'm using a sausage pricker. You could use a needle if you want. It really doesn't matter. And pricking your sausage to remove the air pockets is going to allow that casing to stick to the meat a little bit better. That's going to give you a better bind between the casing and the meat, and it's going to give you a nice snappy bite. And I know you like that. So notice I'm just randomly pricking the sausage. I'm not getting out of control, but what I'm doing is I'm allowing for expansion within the sausage and any rendered fat to kind of leak out a little bit so that it doesn't puddle inside the sausage. All of that gives you a good snappy bite. And if you want to watch the video I made on how to get a snappy bite, check the video suggestion at the end of this video. Okay, although this is a fresh sausage, this is going to go in the fridge overnight because I want that casing to dry up a little bit, and I want all of those flavors to really come together. So tomorrow, we'll give it a cook. It's now tomorrow, and my pit is set up, and here's how we're going to do. Normally, I would put a deflector plate, but I know not everyone has deflector plates. So what we're going to do is arrange our coals all the way on one side of our pit. We're going to give it a light, and once that gets going, we are going to put our grating on top and close it down. Now, the cool thing about cooking like this is that you create heat zones, and sausage cooking is almost just as important as sausage making because you can easily ruin a sausage if you don't cook it right. Once our fire is ready, we're going to open up this hatch and add just some light wood chips, some fruit wood or something like that to give it a kiss of smoke. Let's go ahead and close that down. And as far as the vents go, right now I want the vents wide open. So the top is going to be on 3, the bottom is going to be wide open. I want as much airflow as possible. Once we get it to where we want it, we will close these down, and we'll be able to manage our temperature a little bit better. Our fire has had an opportunity to do its thing, and a good portion of our coals in the middle are lit, and that is exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want it too hot in there. I'm trying to maintain a 200, 225 degree temperature inside this ceramic grill, and that's going to be perfect. Notice the placement of our sausages are away from live fire. We're going to be cooking this on indirect heat. Nice and gentle. Let's go ahead and open up that hatch. I'm going to be adding apple wood. You can add whatever wood you want, just don't make it too strong. You don't want the smoke to overpower this sausage. We just want a little kiss of that beautiful smoke. I thought apple would be mild enough to take care of business. The name of the game here is gentle. We do not want to cook this too hot, nor do we want to cook it too fast. Nice and easy. All right, so this isn't low and slow. This isn't hot and fast. This is nice and easy. Let's go ahead and check on our beautiful pizza sausages. I am going to give them a flip just to make sure they cook evenly. I'm loving the color, loving the casing. Right now we're managing the temperature right around 225, and that is perfect. Anywhere between 2 and 250 will do. Let's open this baby up, and we're looking for an internal of 155. As soon as we hit it, we are done. And if you're in the market for a ceramic grill, check the description box below. I'll put a link to the one I have. I've been using it for about 1.5 years, and it is amazing and better priced than most of the competition. Let's check out this sausage.
The Supreme Pizza Sausage. This little sausage has got a lot going on in it. For starters, we've got the Italian sausage as the base. We've got mozzarella cheese, basil, olives, mushrooms, bell peppers, onions. We've got crispy bacon. You can have a lot of fun with this recipe if you really want to. Take a closer look at that sausage. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. The cheese is nice and ooey and gooey, and that's exactly what I was going for. If you want to go with high temp cheese, you can absolutely use that in this recipe. And if you have a tendency to cook your sausages relatively hot, let's say to a final temp of like 165, you might be better off with high temp cheese. That way the cheese doesn't melt out all over the place. All right, so let's go ahead and give this fully loaded, full flavored sausage a bite and see how it tastes. Wow. That's ridiculous. For starters, we got that nice snappy casing, which is always nice. But that fennel forward hot Italian sausage is bringing a load of flavor. It's kind of like the base of this particular sausage. Low level heat coming from that, which I kind of like. And then you've got all the other ingredients that are perfectly working together. Not one is overpowering the other to produce a sausage that absolutely bringing a Supreme Pizza vibe. I am also loving the cheese. That cheese is so creamy and it's just balancing everything out so beautifully. One more bite. Great texture. I mean, this is well bound together, incredibly juicy, and I'm loving the flavor that the tomato sauce is actually bringing this sausage. Everything together has put this sausage into my top 5 must-make sausages. This is absolutely delicious. I mean, just one more little peek. Look at that juice. Look at that cheese. Absolutely amazing. One quick bite from our Supreme Pizza Sausage sandwich and see how this goes. We've got extra sauce, extra cheese in it. Let's give it a go. I gotta tell you, it's amazing by itself, but if you like an extra cheesy, extra saucy sausage, this little sandwich is rock and roll. There's no doubt about it. All right, folks, let me know if you have any questions about the Supreme Pizza Sausage, a sausage that will surely blow the minds of your friends and family at your next sausage party. Very, very good. Don't forget, in today's episode, the Sausage Maker is giving away $300 worth of sausage making supplies to one lucky winner. If you want to know how to enter to win, head back over to the beginning of this video, watch the first half, and you'll get all the details there. If you liked this video or got anything out of it, give it a great big Supreme Pizza Sausage thumbs up. That is always appreciated. You'll find a recipe link in the description box below. And if you're new to sausage and you like the art and craft of charcuterie, if you like creative sausage recipes, click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you don't miss a single upload. Stay tuned because tomorrow we've got an original sausage recipe for you, the PB&G, a Celebrate Sausage Season 4 exclusive. You're not going to want to miss it. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.